Stadium, Penn State College, Pennsylvania, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hester. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down, but the defense was ready. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
Catch and the ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they could. How about this? A fake. Fourth down after the offense recovers its own fumble. And the pass is incomplete and the fake. Wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Turning it on! He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Made a defender miss. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Shoots it to the left. It's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Johnson looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Makes the grab on 3rd. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? Always trying to find that daggone thing.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game.
Sends it downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes he
lost one down the sideline. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Johnson wants to throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week,
fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work.
And you can draw these up on paper all you want, but executing them is such a different level. It's different guys doing different things that you've asked them to do. And right there, misfire on the pass, and this defense now sets their offense up with good field position.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out.
Touchdown, Florida State! Stealing a score on special teams. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't. The fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Johnson looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it in and get the easy touchdown.
ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. At the 35, he's open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Noles want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's so hard for these DBs to try to match up with this guy one-on-one in the back end. He's just too big, and he's just able to run the corner out-muscle everybody for the football, and haul in the catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. And they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The inside handoff. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I love the fight from this offense on this drive especially. And they've been physical, and they've had a lot of success moving it down the field, running the football. They're trailing by 2 possessions. Down in the red zone, 3rd down here. This is critical. They have got to be able to score a touchdown and cut this thing and make it a 1-possession game. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up on 3rd down now.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in 3rd and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up 1st and goal.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Johnson looking to throw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knowles!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Man, this tight end, he's a weapon. We've seen it, right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was aware of that. Nice job in coverage swatting that one away.
The play action fake. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man. It's Darisaw. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Look out, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Seminoles want to move quickly. Keep it on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. And he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding third down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big third down conversion.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's carry on. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Snap to the back. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Back has it. Under fire. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
Well, there's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
The Nittany Lions looking to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Johnson looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. With the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete. Touchdown Seminoles. And here they come almost all the way back. How about this? These guys are going for two. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Working that left side now. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Johnson looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 32. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Here we go, set, ready. Toss sweep to the right. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on 3rd.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
32.
And he's going to bring this one out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentage...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he's not going to take the touchback. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The kick coverage team was ready and in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take a knee in the end zone. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the... And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And then this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Finds a man on the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson wants to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now they're going to send out the field goal team. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Florida State.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are. an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes some play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.